Hi guys, you are watching a physics video motion in one dimension of class 9 of part 6. If this one is helpful to you, then you must subscribe the channel. If you have any doubt, you must write in the comment section. I will give the answer. If you have any extra inquiry, you must write in comment section. I will give the answer. In previous video we discussed about displacement time graph. Here we discuss velocity time graph. Time is taken on x-axis, velocity is taken on y-axis. From velocity time graph we can find out distance, displacement and acceleration. First we discuss determination of displacement from velocity time graph. We know that area enclosed between the velocity time graph gives the displacement of the body, because velocity into time, that's mean area, that's mean displacement. Here we consider a graph. A body initially possesses velocity 2 meter per second, then its velocity gradually decreases, then it changes the direction and acquire a velocity 2 meter per second, then it gradually changes its direction to the initial direction. If displacement is positive, then we consider motion of object away from the starting point. If displacement is negative, then we consider it towards the starting point. From this plot we can calculate displacement and distance. Displacement equal to a1, that is half value of base 1, height 2, half into base into height, that is 1 meter square. A1 1 meter square. A2, this one also a triangle, that's mean area will be equal to half into base into height. Base equal to 3 minus 1, that is 2, height equal to 2, therefore half into 2 into 2, therefore 2 meter square. A2 become 2 meter square, and A3 similarly we find out 1 meter square. A1 and A3 is taken positive y-axis and A2 is taken on negative y-axis. That's mean displacement will be A1 plus minus A2 plus A3. Therefore total displacement equal to 1 meter square plus minus 2 meter square plus 1 meter square equal to 0. Total distance always summation of area, that is 1 meter square plus 2 meter square plus 1 meter square equal to 4 meter square. Here conclusion is, if positive y-axis and negative y-axis both are considered in a same figure, then to find out displacement we must consider of their sign. That's mean positive sign is considered in positive y-axis, negative sign is considered on negative y-axis. Now we discuss determination of acceleration from velocity time graph. We know slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Case 1, if a body is in motion with uniform velocity, that's mean with time there is no change in velocity, so line this line will be parallel to time axis. In this case, inclination is 0, therefore acceleration equal to 0, because slope is 0, so tan theta equal to 0. Displacement equal to area of OABC, that is 5, this one 5, this one 4, 5 into 4 equal to 20 meter. If the body is in uniform motion with uniform acceleration, that means velocity gradually increases with interval of time. In this case, line will be inclined with x-axis and slope of OP line gives acceleration. Slope means value on y-axis by value on x-axis, that is this one 80, this one 8. So value of PQ equal to 80, value of OQ equal to 8. So acceleration or slope of line OP equal to 80 by 8 equal to 10 meter second to the power minus 2. Now here we also calculate distance or displacement. Distance or displacement will be area of OPQ, that means half into base OQ into height PQ. Putting the value of OQ equal to 8, PQ equal to 80, then we get half into 8 into 80 equal to 320 meter. Therefore, from velocity time graph we can calculate acceleration as well as distance. If object moves with uniform velocity, then acceleration becomes 0, because in this case line will be parallel to time axis, so inclination equal to 0 degree, therefore tan 0 degree equal to 0, so acceleration become 0. Here we consider motion is with uniform retardation, that means velocity gradually decreases. In that case, inclination theta greater than 90, therefore tan theta become 0, that is negative. We know that in this case theta inclination become greater than 90, so theta greater than 90 and tan theta less than 0, that is negative, so slope of line will be negative. This one can also be find out from the graph OA, that means value on y-axis, OB, that is value on x-axis. 40 by 4, that is 10. The retardation of the body equal to negative slope of the line, that is 10 meter second to the power minus 2. Distance travel by the object equal to half into base, that is 4, height equal to 40, therefore half into 4 into 40, that is 80 meter. Therefore from this graph we can calculate acceleration, distance. From this graph we can determine retardation and distance traveled by the body. Here we consider another case. If body is initially moving with some constant velocity, that means object is at 10 meter when time equal to 0, 10 meter per second. Therefore line will be started from this point, then it gradually increases its velocity uniformly. That's mean object is in acceleration. Here total displacement will be area of this figure, that is area of OABD trapezium. We know area of trapezium equal to half into parallel side summation, that is half into OA plus BD into perpendicular distance, that is AC or OD. OA equal to 10, BD equal to 40, OD equal to 5. Putting the value of OA, BD and OD, we get total displacement is 125 meter. Here you consider object started from rest position, that's why line is started from origin. But here we consider object initially possess some velocity, after that velocity gradually increases, that's why this line is started above origin. Acceleration of the line AB equal to slope of line AB. Slope means here you consider a triangle ABC. Slope means value of BC by value of AC. BC means 40 minus 10, AC means 5. Therefore putting the value of BC and AC, we get 30 by 5 equal to 6 meters second to the power minus 2. Here we consider another case. The motion of a body released from a height. It is initially at rest, then falls down vertically with velocity increasing uniformly and acquires final velocity v, and after hitting the ground it rises vertically to the same height with velocity decreasing uniformly. That's mean motion of a body released from a height, then strike the ground, it changes the direction. If this one is positive, then this one will be negative. Initial velocity u equal to 0, final velocity v, final velocity when object is dropped from a height, initial velocity is always 0. When it strikes the ground, it becomes maximum velocity v. When it rebounds from the ground, that time initial velocity become v, and at highest point final velocity again becomes 0. That's mean initial velocity 0 and final velocity gradually increases, then initial velocity v but direction is changes, that's why this point is considered at this point, then velocity gradually decreases and becomes 0. This one positive direction, so taken on positive y-axis. This one negative direction, so this one is taken on negative y-axis. 0 started from 0 acquires maximum velocity. With this velocity object rebounds and ultimately become velocity 0. AB part downward journey, of the body with positive velocity. CD part, upward journey with negative slope. Total distance will be area of this plus area of this. Total displacement during motion equal to 0 because final position and initial position both are same. That's why total displacement 0, but total distance will be this one plus this one. That means area of this one plus area of this one. Conclusion. Therefore, from uniform velocity, the velocity time graph is a straight line parallel to time axis. For uniform acceleration, velocity time graph is straight line inclined to the time axis. For non-uniform acceleration, velocity time graph will be curved. And area of the VT curve gives displacement distance and slope gives acceleration. Positive slope acceleration, negative slope retardation. Here a graph is considered. You will try this answer, and if you have doubt, you must write in comment section. Is it possible or not? Explain. Mental work. Plot speed time graph. Speed time graph for a body projected upward and after some time it reaches the ground with initial speed. Next, speed time graph for a freely falling body and after some time it reaches the same height. That means speed time graphs. Here we consider velocity time graph. You plot this type of graph but consider speed time graph. Velocity time graph for increasing velocity, velocity time graph for decreasing velocity. Thanks. In next video we discuss acceleration time graph. If you have any doubt, you must write in the comment section. Thank you.